Hi, it's Candy with The Art of Planning, where we plan pretty, on purpose, and powerful. And you know what? This is kind of more than planning, but when we do everything that we do pretty, on purpose, and powerful, we can achieve a whole lot more of everything. So, actually today what I'm going to do, I had a lot of comments. Well, I've had several comments about the junk journal. Okay, my notes. See if I don't get out here with my notes. I'm just a mess. I have mentioned, it wasn't called the junk journal. It's called the Use It Up journal. I've mentioned where I have a Use It Up journal. So, like if I pour out more of a paint than I need to use in this particular layout, where I have a journal that I go and I use up the rest of the paint. Several of you thought that was a fun idea. You were curious about it. And I actually thought that I would just show you how that works this morning because I was working in that. Now, my Use It Up journal is more than a Use It Up journal. It's a Use It Up / Try It Out journal because I'm not an artist. I came into all of this with the idea that I was going to plan. That's what I was going to do. I was going to share tips, learn about, explore the world of planning, and that was going to be it. However, it's just been so much fun to see, to explore the world of planning and the world beyond that, like the Traveler's Notebook. So many of you are so incredibly artistic that I've stepped out of my box a little bit, and I've started exploring some of the things that you guys make look so interesting and so fun. Now, I would say I don't have an artistic bone in my body, and then I have learned actually through the makeup artistry that that's really not correct, that I can do that, and I think it's kind of built into my bones. It's a generational thing also. I've told you that both of my grandmothers were extremely wonderful artists in two separate ways. Okay, I'm not going to go on and on about that, but I am going to show you my Use It Up journal. Now, this is my Bible, my scripture writing plan for this month. I have not been as faithful to it as I should be. I've done a couple of fun things in it. I've been more creative. I've been less focused on the scripture. That hasn't been good. However, in our Sunday school class, we were doing an amazing study, and I've kind of been more focused on that. So I haven't been as focused on this. But again, you will see that there's an opportunity in this to overuse things, mainly the paints that I have extra of, and that's when I pop over to this journal, and this is my Use It Up journal. So when I have extra paint, I'll go over here. Now, this is a journal. This is from May Designs. It will not fit into any binders, any notebooks. It won't fit into anything that I have. So I just decided I will grab this. If I make any huge mistakes in this, it won't be a huge deal. I love this journal. I have several journals from them. But you have to start someplace with the Use It Up journal, right? So I grabbed this one, and you will see that for the main part, it is leftover paint. Okay? I'm just going to flip you through this and let you see. It I don't know if you can see this. When I did this particular one with the paints, it was like, oh my gosh, it was not good. I did not like this page at all. But if you can see it all, if I move it around, I did those two paints because I had them use it up. I had them to use up. And then the other thing I added on top of them was this Heidi Swap Color Shine in the color Blush. And I sprayed this on them. So I got this fun shine. Hope you can see that shine as I move it, because the shine is very pretty. It also added a little bit of texture. It gave me some additional color to work with, and I really like the way this has turned out. So this is a place that I experiment with also. So if I do something and it's not wonderful, it doesn't break my heart. Does that make sense? Okay, now here's another page. This gold paint, but I can go back. I'm going to try stencils in this. I'm going to try some more sprays and some fun things like that. I'm going to try some different techniques. So that's why I say, for me, this is a use it up / try it out, because almost anything I do now in the artistic realm is a try it out, and I need to have a place to do that. Okay, so I'm going to flip through some of these, and then I'm going to show you something else I'm talking about. See that green color, and then I used a shimmer mist over it. I have no idea if you can read that shimmer mist at all over here. So the first part of this, there's that yellow color. This is what I use. This is what I have used. This is what I was first introduced to, and the colors that I had used. It's Liquitex brand, Liquitex Basics. This is the color Unbleached, my very favorite neutral color. This is the color Light Portrait Pink. This is what was over here, and it's the lightest color on here. It's kind of a really nice neutral color, actually. Okay, so we're going to flip. Okay. And what I tried to do was like move over some pages with some color so it could leave me pages to do something different in, because I was getting tired of this, but I didn't know what to do. Now, if you can see on here, there's some shimmer on it. Okay. I was just using up extra paint. That's what I was doing. Okay, I need to have a clip there. I didn't bring... Yeah, I did. Because we'll go back to that. Okay. This I just sprayed. This I just sprayed on. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip you to the back. These pages I've done nothing with. Okay. But this morning I wanted to try something new. This is a silver in this Liquitex brand. The only paint that I have that I don't like. You just don't get much color with it. It's a little hard to write on top of. I don't know. It doesn't, if you wanted to add another one of these to it, it doesn't play well with others. Okay, so I have been watching people do watercolors and all the wonderful fun things that they can do with watercolors. And that was just something that very much intimidated me. But after watching a lot of things, I decided that I was going to give it a shot. So I got, okay, don't go anyplace. Stay right where you are. So I got some Tombow watercolor, I guess they're called pencils, I don't know. I got some Tombow colors, and I have had this for a while to do stamping with, but up till now all I knew to do was to achieve color. All I felt comfortable doing to achieve color was to use different color stamp pads. That's just as far as I felt that I could go with it, and that's all I felt like I could do. To do anything with any color, to do any painting, I just felt was way beyond my realm of comfort. But watching people do some of these things with watercolor pencils, and even some of the paints that I'm seeing used, I thought, you know what, I really think that I could do that. So I ordered some pencils. You can get them in sets. You can get them in different sets. You can buy them individually. But these just came in, and I thought this morning I'm going to try that. Now, where do I try it? Rather than, here's the same stamp. Rather than try it in a notebook that I felt like, oh, if it didn't work out, I'm going to be a little sad. Then I thought what I would do is I would do the try it out notebook. Because then if it doesn't work, you know what? It's a notebook where I am just using things up, and now I'm going to try it out. So this is my play with it notebook. I feel like this is where I can use my extra things up and I can try out things also. So that's what I was doing with this morning. This is one of my favorite feathers for right now. I have very recently got in a couple of other feather designs. I will play with them. Still have stamp on my hand. So I stamped it with the black ink. No, here's what I did first, because I had heard so many talk about this also, that if you're going to work on pages like this, you don't want it to bleed through. Look at that. I mean, it's just like if there had been another busy page on the back, but nothing bled through, because I did have this gesso. I'd heard everybody talk about how you needed to gesso pages if you were going to do something that was likely to bleed through. So last night I got my gesso out, and there's lots of different ways you can buy gesso. This is clear gesso, both of them. I don't know why I had to. I probably had it on my mind to order gesso, and I ordered one from one company and one from the other, because remember, I have to order everything. So these are two different ways. You can also get like white gesso. I just know that because I've watched people that say that. So I got out my gesso with my brush like this, and I gessoed several pages last night. So this is a page that's been gessoed, and I also wanted you to see this page has been gessoed. Now you can just tell by the texture of the page. This bled through as light as it is. You can tell that. This bled through. But, I mean, that kind of didn't. If it did, it didn't get any more bleed through than either one of these did. So, I stamped my feather in black, and I stamped my feather in black. And then for this one, I just used like a blue and a turquoise. And then I used two different colors of green, like my two favorite colors in the world. And I just colored inside the lines here. And I just used these four colors in different places. And then I took just a little defining pencil and some water, and I just blended. I mean, there is nothing to this at all. And I absolutely love. Then on this one, I've just seen so many people, even artistic people, they do a stamp or they do a painting or they do whatever, and they literally on purpose end up with this kind of a look. And they'll even do this kind of a look just on the page someplace. It does not have to be in a design. They'll do a blob, can we call it that? And I call it that respectfully because these ladies are artists. And then they'll do handwriting or script writing or whatever here, and then they'll do another color here, and then they'll finish with writing, and they may do another color there. So these make it so incredibly easy. You know what? I didn't even have to add anything else, but I wanted to see how you would go ahead and finish out a page like this. What you would do to something to finish it out. So there are tons of things I could do. I also wanted to see, you know, what kind of bleed through you would have. And I was amazed at it. So in my Use It Up, Try It Out book, that's what I came with up with this morning using this. So now I know how I can move forward and how I can work. Now, I will definitely try it out here a little bit more until I'm comfortable, until I feel like I kind of know what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like I kind of at least have a foot in the door and kind of know. And you know what? I also thought, you know what, guys, we can watch and we can watch and we can watch tons of videos, and I mean, we can tutorials and all that stuff, and then we can be so very prepared. And then, you know what, sometimes I think the best work comes when you are working outside the box. So it might be good to not know exactly what you're doing. I mean, have enough idea that you know to gesso pages, you know how to work these together and add water to them because these are watercolors. I mean, feel comfortable doing what you're doing, but don't feel like you have to know everything about it, because the best work might come from you trying out some technique that is unique. So, I mean, that's just a thought too. I decided not to be over-prepared. And so today I'm going to play in my Use It Up, Try It Out little journal here and use some other new stamps and see what comes of it. So I wanted to show you that and share that with you and tell you that you can try, you can play it, you can play with it, you can, you know, grab you a notebook, and it doesn't have to be one that you're going to show to everybody forever. It can be one that you're going to play with, you're going to try it out, and you're just going to kind of start a different craft, and you can refine it in something that doesn't have to go in a traveler's notebook, or it doesn't have to go in a binder or whatever. So, you know what? Play it out. Play with it. Have fun to your heart's content. And then you'll either love what you're done, or you may know you don't want to go there anymore. But I wanted to share that with you this morning. So, try something new. Play with it and have fun today, the weekend, next week also. Go outside of that box, okay? And have fun with it. So I would love for you to subscribe. I would love for you to give this a thumbs up, and I would love for you to come back to the next video or watch some of them in the past. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.